Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I wanted to quickly film my first impressions with the two new iHeart Revolution and Disney Princess Storybook palettes. So that is what we are going to be doing today. So the two new princesses that were introduced are Sleeping Beauty and Snow White. And if you don't know, this collection already consists of, I believe, 5 princesses. They have Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, Princess and the Frog, Little Mermaid, and Aladdin already. I don't think I'm forgetting any, but if I am, let me know. And then they just came out with Sleeping Beauty and Snow White. So I'm going to quickly show you what each of these palettes looks like on the inside, and then I will do a look with each of them. So first up we have Sleeping Beauty, and as always they look like these cute little storybooks. And you open it up and there are 6 face shades and 18 eyeshadows. I don't think I'm going to get around to swatching today, but if you want to go follow me on Instagram, I will link that down below, and I will definitely be posting pictures of close-ups and swatches of both of these palettes if that is something that interests you. But I am really loving this color story. This is the first palette in the collection to not have the gold packaging that you'll see that is in the Snow White palette and the other ones as well. But this one was kind of fun with the pink and the blue inside to the palette, and I am really loving the shades that they have in here. I think the eyeshadows especially are usually what I'm the most excited about, and it is a really beautiful color story, and it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun to play around with. So the second one was Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. So once again, a cute little book. You open this one up, and this one does have the gold packaging that I was talking about. So once again, we have the 6 face shades over here and the 18 eyeshadows. I was super drawn to this color story. I think it is so pretty because you have some really nice neutrals in here, but you also have those nice rich pops of color, and you have like all of the primary colors in here, and I just feel like it's very Snow White, and I am super excited about this one. I think this one excites me a little bit more than the Sleeping Beauty one does, but I am very excited to play around with both of them. So we can just get right into the eye looks. Right, so the first palette up is going to be the Sleeping Beauty palette. And the first shade I want to take from here is Curse. And I'm just taking this on a super fluffy brush. And I'm going to start working this right into my crease. And I'm not expecting a ton of pigment from this shade, but I do just want to start this nice little initial transition with this initial transition. Just to add a little bit of pink into the crease. But it is actually showing up. I am kind of surprised. My past experience with some of these palettes are the light matte shades don't really show up super well on the eyes, but this one is actually showing up. You can see the pigment at least a little bit, which is nice. So once we have that one worked into the crease, I'm going to take Sleeping Beauty, which is just a deeper mauvey pink shade, and I'm just going to focus this one right in the crease as well, going a little bit lower. I do have to say I did expect the Sleeping Beauty palette to have a few more pink shades than I feel like it does. When I think of Sleeping Beauty, I do think of predominantly pink. So I was surprised that there weren't as many as I was expecting, but it's still a nice color story and a nice mix. And I am really liking how these pinks are looking together. I'm just going to go back in with the previous brush. It's just creating a nice soft look, which I am enjoying. Now I want to deepen this up a little bit more with the shade Rose. And this is just a nice matte red shade. So how I usually deepen my looks is I just start right in the outer corner and then start kind of packing it in, and once there's less product, I'll drag it in slightly to the inner portion of the crease. But I really like to just build up this outer corner with the deepening shade and then work on blending. And I am just really quite impressed with how these shades are looking. I'm gonna go back in with a little bit more of Sleeping Beauty and just blend out this outer corner and dragging it into the inner portion slightly. And then I will do the same thing with that first shade as well. Just blend out the very top edges. Alright, now I want to take the shade Love, and I am just going to take this right on my finger and start packing this onto the lid. And this is a very light shimmery pink shade, so I'm just going to try and build up the pigment as much as possible. I think I want to deepen this up a little bit more. So I am going to take the shade Aurora right here, and this is just a brighter pink shade. I feel like this is almost a satin type shade because it doesn't really seem like a true matte, but it's also not really a shimmer. And I'm going to pop this right in the outer portion of the lid and tap it over where the two will meet together, just to add a little bit more depth. And then I think I want to take a little bit more of Rose and tap this over the outer corner as well, and just work on blending all of these shades together so we get a nice cohesive look. Alright, then for the lower lash line, I'm going to take the Sleeping Beauty shade and just run it right along the lower lash line. And then I'm also going to go in with that first shade we used and just help blend it out. I don't really want to spend too much time on the lower lash line. And that's what we are looking like. Then I want to take the shade 16 and just add in a fun little pop of color. So this is going to go right in my inner corner. It's not really picking up, hold on. This is not picking up as well as I was hoping. I'm going to try a different brush with this. Alright, so taking this on more of a little packing brush, I'm going to try popping this more into the inner corner. The shade looks so pretty in the pan, but it's really just not translating. What if... Alright, I'm taking a little on my finger. Okay, that seems to be possibly working a little better. I don't really want to have to use my finger with this shade though. But that's definitely showing up a little bit more of the pigment. So I think this is where I'm gonna end this look. I will go add some mascara and be right back. Alright, so here is the final look. And for this look, I used my L'Oreal Liquid Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara, sorry. So this is what the completed look looks like. I am really happy with how the matte pink and red shades performed. I think they blended together really nicely. The shimmer that I put on the lid was a little bit lacking. So I want to see if maybe I need to wet the shade a little bit or something. It is a pretty shade. It's just very light, but I think it will be nice for everyday looks. The inner corner shade, however, just didn't really impress me. I was hoping that would be a little more pigmented and just a fun pop of color, but it just really didn't pack down as well as I was hoping. But I am excited to play around with this palette more. I do think from the shades that I tried, the quality was pretty good. I think that I Heart Revolution is really improving their quality with these palettes. I feel like the first few weren't as good quality, but since then, I feel like they have been starting to improve their quality, so I am excited about that. And we are just going to get right into the Snow White look next. Alright, so next up we have our Snow White palette. And the first shade I want to take from here is Poison. And this is also on a very fluffy brush. So I'm just going to start kind of messily running this right through the crease. And just building up the product a little bit. This is again a lighter shade like the previous look started. So the pigment isn't going to be crazy or anything, but it is showing up, which I'm quite happy about. And I've seen a lot of people do like red tone looks with this palette already. So I'm thinking I want to do something a little different for my video. So next, I think I want to take the green shade here, the shade Woodland, and I'm going to start deepening up my crease with this shade. And it is starting to rain here, so I'm sorry if you can hear that in the background. I don't know if you'll be able to, but if you do, that's what it is. So I'm just kind of placing this in the crease, blending slightly. I am being a little bit messy with this look, but that is okay. And this green seems to be packing down pretty nicely in the crease, which I'm quite happy about. Then I'm just going to take that previous shade on that fluffy brush and help blend this one out and just go back and forth between these two shades till we get that nice desired look. I want to add even more depth, so I'm going to take the shade Single Bite, which is the matte black in this palette. And this is going to go in my outer corner. And I'm going to start with this on the outer portion of the lid and then slowly work it into the crease. And just be a little bit careful because sometimes matte blacks aren't the easiest to blend. So I don't want this to get too muddied. But just work on slightly deepening up this outer corner. And I'm not really going to bring it into the crease too much. Just really focusing on this outer portion. Alright, next I want to take the shade Forest, and I'm just going to try this one right on my finger. That looks really pretty. So I'm just going to pack this on my lid. And just work on building it up and blending it with the black. And I'm kind of surprised that these shimmers aren't packing on the lid as well as they usually do. I feel like in these past palettes that are in this collection, the shimmers are usually really nice, but for some reason this time around they're taking a bit more building. But I feel like they can still get there. Alright, I want to go in with a little bit more of single bite and just work on adding a little bit more depth right in this outer corner, just to really deepen up this look. And this is definitely not the best matte black I've tried, but it is working nicely to just slightly deepen this look, and it seems to be blending pretty good with the green as well. So I am quite pleased about that. Then just taking a little bit more of the green and running it through the crease. And I'll also take more of the poison shade and just blend everything out. And I'm also going to bring this shade on the lower lash line as well. I was thinking about doing a little bit more with this look, but I kind of like where it's at, so I'm just going to take Snow White and pop this in the inner corner just to brighten and their inner corner shades are usually pretty nice. I'm liking what that looks like. I'm going to take this just really slightly onto the lid as well. And I think that might do it for this look. It was pretty fast and simple, but I do like what it's turning out to look like, so I'm going to go add mascara and I will be right back. Alright, so here is the final look. I am actually really loving what this one turned out to look like. I was not really expecting to enjoy it this much, but I think the shades performed really nicely, and that black in the outer corner just really added a nice depth to the look. And I have just been really loving green eyeshadow lately, so that might have something to do with it. Like I said though, the shimmer shades, especially the forest shade that I put on the lid, really took a bit of building up, and even now it's not the most intense shimmer shade I've ever tried, but it does just add a nice little shine to the lid, and I think it is pretty. So be sure to let me know which of these palettes you prefer and which of the looks you prefer from this video. I have been loving testing these palettes out. I think it's such a fun collection, and I can't wait to see what I Heart Revolution comes out with next. Which princess, if you have a guess as to which princess will be next, or princesses, be sure to leave it down below. I'd be really interested to hear what you guys think. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future uploads, and with that, I will see you all in my next video. Bye!